Hello everyone, class 12th, Physical and Health Education, Chapter 5, Children and Women in Sports. So today we are going to introduce this chapter. It is related to children and women in sports. Physical activity stimulates growth and leads to improved physical and emotional health. In today's competitive world, the importance of physical activity in children is more than ever. Team sports are good for learning about accountability, dedication, and leadership. Sports not only help children realize their potential and feel good about themselves, but also improve their self-esteem. The fun part of sports allows children to get fully absorbed in play, thus developing their ability to concentrate. Now we discuss that how children benefit from sports. Here are some importance. First one is better vision. Second, develop and maintain a healthy body weight. Third, motor skill development, social skills development, develop self-confidence, good sportsmanship, and fun and enjoyment increase. Okay, so now here are some key points which is related to this chapter. It's a very important, and we will discuss that what is the importance of this chapter in our physical and health education. First one is motor development and factors affecting it. Next, exercise guidelines at different stages of growth and development. Third, common postural deformities. Fourth, sports participation of women in India. Fifth, special consideration, menarche and menstrual dysfunction. Sixth, female athlete pride. And seventh one is osteoporosis, amenorrhea and eating disorders. These are some key points of this chapter. So now let us start this chapter. So first one, we need to know that what is motor development. The process of learning that how to use muscles in the body to move is known as a motor development. It refers to the development of general body control, fine motor skills, and large muscle movements. There are three stages of motor development in children as given below: infancyhood, early childhood, later childhood. Okay, so before explaining that how many types of motor development, we need to know that the ages of motor development in children. In infancyhood, it is between 2 to 6 years. Early childhood, it is between 7 to 10th years, and the later childhood, it is between 11 to 12 years. Okay, I need to explain that what is early childhood. This starts at 2 years and continue till 6 years of age. Middle childhood, the period between 7th and 10th year, is called the middle childhood, and the later childhood, the 11th and 12th year of life, is the later childhood. This is the age when difference between males and females start showing up but are not very significant. Okay, motor development is two types. First one is gross motor development and second one is fine motor development. Gross motor development, it is related to your large muscles like sitting, walking, running, etc. And the fine motor development, it is related to small movements of the fingers and hands. For example, holding of javelin, discus and pole chatting, okay, and cricket ball. Now the motor development refers to the development of a child's bones, muscles and ability to move around and manipulate his or her environment. Here are flowchart. Motor development, there are two types: gross motor development and fine motor development. Gross motor development, it is related to large muscle of the body. It included sitting, standing, walking, running and jumping. And fine motor development, it is a small muscle like finger, toes, eyes and ears. It includes painting, writing, cutting. Okay, now factors affecting motor development, it is very important for us because we need to know that how many factors it affect to the motor development. First one is nutrition, second immunization, environment, heredity, sleep, immunization, stimulation and interaction, opportunities, training and practice, recreation, education, learning and productivity, gender, posture deformity, sensory impairment, obesity and social skills, and mental health. Okay, so here are some important factors which is affecting our motor development: genetic, environment, pollution, nutrition, exercise, sensory deficits, obesity, physical deformities, opportunities, education, learning and productivity, recreation, training and practices, posture deformities, sensory deformities, obesity, social skills and mental health. Okay, now discuss one by one. Physical and physiological benefits of exercise on children. Physical benefit of exercise. Okay, so physical and physiological benefit. We are going to discuss that physical and physiological benefits of exercise on children physical benefit of exercise. So physical health and strength. First one is physical health and strength. Second, mental health, emotional well-being. Fourth one is social health, and fifth one is positive school environment. And the sixth one is motivating personality, and seventh one is control anti-social behavior. Okay, these are some important keys. So please note down it in your notebook. Physical benefit of exercise. First one is physical health and strength. Second, mental health. Third, emotional well-being. Fourth, social health. Fifth, positive school environment. Sixth, motivating personality. And seventh one is control anti-social behavior. Now physiological benefit of exercise. It was physical, and now physiological benefit of exercise. First one is strengthening the heart. Second, strengthens the bones and muscle. Third, control blood sugar. Fourth, regular blood pressure. Fifth, increase energy level. Sixth, detoxification. Seventh, reduce cholesterol level. Now, advantages and disadvantages of weight training. Advantages of weight training. It increases bone density. Weight training helps in increasing bone density. The risk for osteoporosis is lower for the individuals who do weight training exercise at least 3 times. Now B helps in getting good shape. Weight training is magical as it shape up all by involving appropriate schedule. Fat people can become slim and slim can gain weight and become strong. Now disadvantages of weight training are risk on injuries. There is always a risk of injury while performing weight training. About any companion in case you are alone and you are not able to do the required preparation of exercise, you may be injured. And B, less flexibility. Weight training reduce flexibility. If flexibility exercise are not done along with weight training, if flexibility exercise are done continuously, then such disadvantages can be ignored. Okay, so advantages and disadvantages of weight training and food supplement for children's. Okay, we need to know that after he is doing or she is doing exercise or weight training exercises, they have to be focused of food supplement. Those exercises that are designed to strengthen specific muscles by causing them to overcome a fixed resistance, usually in the form of barbells and dumbbells. Now, advantages of weight training. It improves posture and range of motion. Second, increase muscles strength, bone density and endurance. Third one is protection against injury. Fourth, improve motor performance. Fifth, promote healthy blood pressure and cholesterol level. Sixth, maintain healthy weight. Seventh, develop confidence and self-esteem. Eighth, improve immune system functions. Ninth, improve socio well-being. Tenth, promote and develop exercise habits. Now, disadvantages of weight training. If here are advantages, that means the disadvantages will be there. So the disadvantages of weight training is maturity, introduce injury, safety, loss of flexibility. Now we are going to discuss that posture, concept of posture. Postural deformities or posture, you know that it is related to your sitting, walking, running. So concept of posture. The posture in which the body is so balanced as to produce least fatigue. It means balancing the body in accurate and proper manner while sitting, standing, etc. or during any other action. Here are some importance. One's personal can be judged. One's personality can be judged. Second, better balance, agility and overall physical performance. C, helps in maintaining proper manner of standing, sitting, walking of one's body. D, it is a measure of one's alertness. E, has better alignment which translate into less injury. And F, recovers quicker from exercise or physical exertions and feel more energetic. Cause of poor posture. Okay, cause of poor posture. Sometimes you seen that some of the people's they have a poor postures, but why? Injury when bone, ligament or muscles is injured, it weakens the support to that disease, cause the joints to lose their strength and mobility. Third one is hereditary deformities like kyphosis and flat foot are sometimes due to hereditary factors. Overload, overwork or fatigue also result in poor posture. Lack of exercise, the maintenance of erect postures requires strength and endurance. Common postural deformities. Now we are going to discuss with common postural deformities. Here are scoliosis, lordosis, kyphosis, knock knee. Postural deformities are the X-aggregated curvature of the spine. The spine is naturally curved, but various factors may give rise to the deformities. It reduces the efficiency of individual to great extent and cause more health problem. Now we are going to discuss knock knee, a postural deformity in which both the knees touch overlap each other in normal standing position. It is called a knock knee. Cause of knock knee: weakness of muscles and ligaments, overweight body, lack of balanced diet, lack of vitamin D. Okay, you can see in picture it's a knock knee. Now the flat foot. Yes, here are picture. Flat foot is a deformity of the feet. In this deformity, there is no arc in the foot and the foot is completely flat. Next one is round shoulder. It is a postural deformity in which the shoulders are drawn, the head is extended with the chin pointing forward. Cause of round shoulders: due to poor posture while working, faulty furniture, wrong habits of sitting, standing, carrying heavy load on shoulders, and by sleeping on one side. Next one is kyphosis. It is a deformity of the spine in which there is an increase or exaggeration of a backward curve. Next one is corrective measures of kyphosis. Okay, corrective measures of kyphosis. Perform Dhanurasana regularly. Bend your head backward in standing position. Reverse sit-ups. Perform Bhujanga Asana. Perform Ushta Asana. Okay, these are some yoga asana. Now bow legs. It is a deformity opposite knock knee. In fact, if there is a wide gap between the knees, the deformity can be observed easily. Next one is lordosis. It is a common defect in deformity and posture. Here, lumbar curve becomes more pronounced and front central position of pelvic region is tilted forward. Once again, lordosis is a common defect in deformity and posture. Here, lumbar curve becomes more pronounced and front central position of pelvic region is tilted forward. Now here are corrective measures of lordosis: forward bending, alternate toe touching, sloop walking, perform Paschimottanasana, perform sit-ups regularly. Now cause of scoliosis. Okay, now the next one is scoliosis. Cause of scoliosis: congenital scoliosis, which is caused by a bone abnormality present at birth. Neuromuscular scoliosis, which result due to abnormal muscles or nerves. This is seen in people with cerebral palsy or having partial paralysis. And third one is degenerative scoliosis, which may result from traumatic, that is injury, illness, bone collapse, previous major back surgery, or osteoporosis. And the fourth one is idiopathic scoliosis, which is the most common type. It has no specific identification or identifiable cause. Okay, now how to prevent or how to avoid scoliosis? Here are some measures, corrective measures of scoliosis. First one is perform Ardha Chakrasana, chin-ups, swim by using breaststroke technique, perform Trikonasana, perform Tadasana. So it was related to the children in sports, and we discussed about the factor affecting of the motor development and the various stages of a children. Then after posture and posture deformities. Now in second video we will discuss about the women in sports. Okay, so best of luck to everyone. Have a good day.